Just parked in Richmond Park. I'm gonna come and have a little walk around, see what we can see. Can you see the little bird in there? Chaffinch, I think. Zoom in a bit. Yeah, I think so. You're too quick for me.
I know of her as well. The hugger just comes in. Yeah, it's so cool. I know, so when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, he knows exactly, like, you know. It's like, he was like, I don't know anything.
In Richmond Park, behind Pembroke Lodge. This is quite a decent sized euphorbia. The variety is Wolfini, I remember rightly. These flowers will get a lot bigger as time goes on. That's a cracking view from up here. Bit of a grey, miserable day, mine, but you can see a long way over Surrey from here, over Ham and Richmond. Nice Daphne plant. They smell really good. A nice scented plant for this time of year. Get one of these. They seem to have planted quite a lot of these in Richmond Park in the last few years. Well, around Pembroke Lodge anyway. This is another one, scented plant. Sarcococca. Little tiny white flowers, hardly see them, but you can certainly smell them. Another one there. Here the aeroplanes taking off from Heathrow, going overhead. Normally they're landing over here, but today they're taking off, going the other way. Great big tree, completely covered in ivy. Bet the birds will have been in there somewhere for them to hide and nest. Looks like the badger's been out here digging for worms. Like the magic gate on the secret garden. This is Pembroke Lodge cottage in Richmond Park. Little hidden gate in between the holly plants. They've got this garden around this way, which they're renovating at the moment. This had a lot of herbaceous things in it last year. I think they've just got a bit too overgrown, so they decided to dig it all up and start again. They've still got a lot of the roses growing over the pergola. But, I'll be interested to see what they put in here. Blackbird down there. Looking for his lunch. The roses, by the way, they twine them around the post like this. The vigorous ones, obviously they grow a long way. It helps reduce the length of the rose, if that makes sense. But also it helps encourage flowering by getting the branches or the stems horizontal. You can see they've done that on that one and this one. Not so much on that one. That one. Yeah, looks a bit bleak this time of year, but come summertime, this is a really beautiful part of the garden. And over in the distance there, the white building, that's Pembroke Lodge itself. They do weddings and what have you in there. They've got a tea room in there. I've had too much coffee already today, so I'm not going to have any more. Right. In the grounds at Pembroke Lodge, there's some nice camellias here. Just thought I'd show you. It's a nice red one here. They're just literally starting to come out. The brilliant camellias, they flower for such a long time. Start flowering February, even January. They'll be flowering probably still in May. You've got a nice white one as well. They also come in pink and various mixtures in between. Sometimes stripy ones, sometimes ones with bigger flowers. I quite like the simple ones like this myself. That's beautiful. Daring to wear my Man City hat after last night's capitulation against Real Madrid. 2-1 up with 4 minutes to go and lost 3-2. Football. It's important. Walking back towards Pembroke Lodge. really cool, gnarly oak trees here. There's this one. Look like, I don't know if you remember the book, The Faraway Tree, as a kid. I guess it's still in print. Kind of reminds me of that. Another one over there. And there's a massive one over there. I'll come to that in a second. A couple of Egyptian geese chilling out on the lawn. One sat down, one standing on one leg. Look quite content. I could smell something then before I could even see it. It's this plant down here, Sarcococca. Tiny white flowers, tiny little black berries on it as well, or on some of them anyway. This particular one's got black berries. Oh, there you go, that shows it a bit better. Oh, I wish you could smell this, it's fantastic. And above it's a nice Magnolia grandiflora, evergreen magnolia. They get big white goblet flowers on in the a bit later in the year. Nice evergreen leaves. A few little hellebores underneath. Not the most showy ones, but still quite nice. Oh, there's a remnants of an old flower from last year. Been doing a bit of gardening, a bit of tidying up. These flower beds are great in the summer. Really, loads of nice herbaceous plants come up all along this section and the section beyond. Aren't these things fantastic? These great big silver leaves. Well, they're tiny at the moment, but they're going to kind of come up as big as these stalks nearly. Cynara. There's some more over there. Just really nice to see things sprouting. It's only February, but spring's on its way. Spring's on its way. Ooh. Bit of a fat finger there. A few little snowdrops here. Still in, still outside Pembroke Lodge in Richmond Park. Now I know if we walk down this bit we're going to come across a couple of big Daphne plants, so let's have a wander down here. Normally come across some squirrels. Oh, a Jenny wren, little wren, see if we can find him in there somewhere. No, it's the grasses. Yeah, hopefully he'll pop out so we can see him. And look at that beautiful Nandina plant, Nandina domestica. Really nice red berries. They tend to keep the berries a long time. The birds don't tend to go for them too much. Go along a bit. The wren's disappeared into nowhere. Oh, there's the Daphne. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, it smells amazing as well. Just having a smell of that. Really, really good. That's a really decent sized plant as well. And let's have a little walk down some more. Tiny sarcococca there. That's quite scented as well, but it's getting out competed by the Daphne down here. And here's another Daphne. There we go, look at that. Great plant for February. Absolutely covered in flowers. Another smaller one there. Across the path there's a Lenicera, which is also scented. I think they've planted all scented plants down here. Not as showy as the Daphne, but still a good plant if you want something, a nice scented plant. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Apple have to come up with a way of transmitting scent down the phone. Because if you could smell this, it'd get 1 million views, this video, I tell you. We just left Daphne, walking a bit further down this path. I know there's a nice camellia at the end. There's also, I've just come across a nice witch hazel. I'll just, rather than flip the camera, I'll get my ugly mug in with it as well. There you go, look at that. Nice orange form. Sometimes you get a pinky one as well. Normally they're bright yellow, but this is a slightly different one. Let's get down and have a look for that camellia. Another witch hazel there, that's nearly finished now. Here we go, here's a giant camellia. Here's another camellia, pink one. Look at that, it's amazing. Another camellia bush here, trying to find some flowers. Sure there's some flowers on one of these. Have to come back in a week or two maybe. Got all this wood here now. They leave the wood there now for the wildlife, which is a good thing. Encourage the bugs and the things, so the birds get some bugs to eat. Now there's a camellia that's been flowering. Already dropped a lot of flowers. And there's another one. There we go. Let's go across to the light pink one. Really, really good plants, camellias. They evergreen and flower for such a long period, and the flowers are really, really nice and showy, and lots of them. I mean, they're the ones that have fallen on the ground, and there's still loads more flowering and loads more to come. Really, really beautiful. Gonna have a walk down here now, and before now we've seen a gold crest, nuthatch, and tree creeper. That was all in one day. In fact, all on one tree. So that was pretty lucky, but let's see if our luck's in today. I'll come back to you if I find them. I've been doing a bit of replanting and mulching down here. Euphorbias there, heucheras. Beautiful little settlement. Look at those. They are amazing. Sometimes I don't think there's any point saying anything. They're such beautiful plants. They do all the talking for themselves. And this plant over here, if I recall, it's not one I see very often, is Cornus mass. These little, tiny little yellow flowers. Another great winter plant. And a sign that spring's not too far away. I've still never seen an owl in Richmond Park. So my son collects toy owls, like the little fluffy ones. He's got over 20 of them. He keeps them all together like a big family. But, we went to Devon on in the summer holidays last year, and there's a place called the Milky Way, which is an adventure park, but they have a falconry show. The chap there had a few owls, and we got to watch, it was a great big eagle owl. It's incredible, flying around. Incredible creatures, owls. Very, very secretive and very elusive. Very hard to find. Virgin Atlantic, I think, going somewhere warmer probably. It's about 5 degrees here at the moment, looking freezing. There's a view across the lower part of Richmond Park. I think that's Ham and the Richmond golf course there. Used to play golf as a kid, but I haven't played properly for years. Takes too much time, golf, that's the problem. I spend like 4 hours playing. It's really nice to be out in nature. People talk about mental health and all that sort of things. This is the best thing for it, I tell you. These people stuck in flats and tower blocks and God knows what. Get them outside into this kind of place. Best medicine going. Look up there, all those snowdrops, and look at this old old tree turned into a bench. There you go. I'm not going to sit down now, it's a bit too cold, but maybe next time. Yeah, we'll just zoom into the snowdrops up there, they're beautiful. At the top there's Pembroke Lodge. It's a bit cold, so I got myself a coffee. The lady just left the table over there, and the jackdaws have moved in.
Bob, I'm going to the fairies. Going to the... Bye, guys.
I don't think she's left much for them, but funny. Glorious, glorious catkins. Spring's on its way. Is that big twisty old oak tree I mentioned earlier. God knows how old that is. It's been here quite a while, I'd say. Suffice to say, it's slightly older than me. Just. That's Pembroke Lodge. It's got an amazing wisteria growing either side of the pillars there.